Today I'm at URock. This is the place where I had a health incident last year in September. We were doing presentation for the Hennepin County Board, and I was the last one to go out of the group. I experienced a really sharp headache that came on out of nowhere. Everything, my PowerPoint looked small, and everybody in the room looked small, and this pain in my head was really unbearable, but I pushed myself to finish off my presentation, and then I sat down next to my colleague, and she immediately noticed that there was something obviously wrong with me. People start trickling out of the meeting, and so I said, I'm gonna go sit in the lobby, see if it gets better. My head is hurting really bad. At this point, my neck was stiff. I couldn't move my neck anymore. So she said, should we call 911? I was like, yeah, I think we should. They had me out in the ambulance for a little while, just trying to figure out what was going on with me in the ambulance until they got me to the ER, and then I took some CT scans of my brain, found out I had a major brain bleed. But when I was in the ambulance, I thought I was done. I was just thinking to myself in the ambulance, like, what is my partner gonna do with my stuff? How she's gonna access all my accounts? I think I was in ICU for 3 days because they said the most people that go through this type of thing, something happens, they lose some kind of speech or some kind of mobility or something, but I lucked out and none of that had happened to me yet. But right now I'm still healing. And what I've learned from this experience, prior to that, I wasn't going in and getting a regular checkup. Something like this maybe could have been prevented. I'm just glad that I was aware of my own body, and I know it wasn't something that was normal or was abnormal thing, that was happening to me. I'm glad that I was around, like colleagues, that I'm glad they took action and called the paramedics for me. I take my health for granted sometimes, even though I go and talk about eating healthy, taking care of yourself. I was just immersed in my work and wasn't taking time to take care of myself, and I wish I would have done some of that. I don't have a primary doctor established, which I'm working on that still. But based on my experience, my advice for other men would be to be mindful of your body and make sure that you take time to take care of yourself. This includes going to the doctor. Also, don't take your health for granted because you only got one temple, right? And the best advice I can give is if you experience something that's abnormal, you should really go get that looked at or checked out. You might think it's something that's insignificant, but it may be a major thing. I think we need to have better access to insurance, and what I experienced was crazy, so I'm fortunate to be here talking about it. I want to encourage men to go in and get looked at